what's been happening? Just watched roasts for like the last one.
Are the intro, William? Will I do the intro for the crack, William?
Fuck it. Yeah, you go for the intro, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the User Hector podcast with me, Soupy Campbell, and my actual host.
Me, Justin Freeburn. What's the crack, man?
I do the intro, will I? Do the intro, fuck it. No, fuck on, man. Not much. I said, literally, folks, we've just been sitting watching comedy roasts for like over an hour now.
Yeah, like it's actually like I swear to God, I think yeah, it was ages we've been watching. Yeah. What time did you get here? At about 7 or like 6:30 or something?
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah. No, so the context of that is basically that Justin is running a roast battle, like a comedian's roast battle in June. When is it?
Yeah, 7th of June.
7th of June, in the OES Centre. I don't know if that's confirmed, but it is now. So, but yeah, it'll be good crack. There's a lot of comedians. It's written on the wall and shit over there. It'll be serious crack. So I suppose get down dead.
You said written on the wall as if like caveman drawings over there. You know?
Just a load of stick men and then me massive. Just
Do you point at Will Ray's head?
Just hot air balloons back then as well. But
no, we're doing a comedy roast battle. And basically it's going to just be a load of comedians. We've got Tommy McCarthy on the panel as well, and hopefully someone else that's maybe going to be a special guest, so that'll be good crack. Know what the worst thing about me doing it is? I have to like roast everyone.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you love that though.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
you,
probably just think of it tonight as
that's
well.
you doing 5 minutes at the Pav. You do that regardless.
Oh yeah, that's just a normal comedy set for me. Yeah. I'll actually just have the approval to do it this time. You know?
Yeah, you're validated.
I know it's been weird. Like it started off. It was meant to be like a gig that was going to be like a normal gig.
Yeah.
A guy booked a room and all for me, and I was like, sweet, you know, that's no problem. And then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, nobody's doing like a roast at the minute, you know.
No.
And then I was like, I want to like make it like a regular thing, and you know, have people like fucking, you know, going mental over it.
Yeah, it's kind of like that thing I was thinking about. I'm not going to say anything yet because I don't want it to be a shy talk and be like, this thing's happening when it mightn't or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've got an idea for like that niche thing I was talking about. Remember the thing?
Yeah.
And I think it'd be good crack, so I'm currently looking for a venue to do that in. And it'll not be a regular thing, I just want to do it as a one-off for the crack, see how it goes. So I suppose keep an eye on my socials for that. It should be good crack. I feel like it's something that hasn't been done, or is I've never seen it. Obviously you've got the show it's based off, or like the reference for it, but I've never seen it in a comedy setting.
Yeah, so it's definitely, I think it would be cool. I think Daniel Quinn went on stage with the one chip challenge one time.
Oh, did he?
And he did like 3 minutes of best of 3, just like dying, like trying not to die.
Yeah.
What if you were to? Oh, can you disclose what it is?
Yeah, fucking say what it is. So essentially, I suppose then I've said it first. If any of you fucking take it, then
you've got the receipts.
Yeah, but basically it'll be basically a comedy show based off, like, inspired by Hot Ones. Essentially eat a hot wing or a hot fucking, you know, knob of cauliflower or hot knob, whatever. If you're vegan or vegetarian or whatever, and yeah, you just eat like the hottest hot sauce imaginable, and then just go up and try and do 5 minutes, and just regardless, it'll be a comedy night of, if everyone goes up and does 5 minutes, it'll be good fun. But the added element of them just fucking like mouth roasting, I'd say, it'd be good crack as well.
Yeah,
like,
especially if it becomes a regular thing. As actually, this is niche to use, like, but I was talking to Luke McGibbon about it and kind of saying to him about like you doing it, and he was saying like, yeah, if you shoot him a message, he would be up for it. So
yeah, oh fuck, nice, good shit. See, I feel like a lot of people would be up for it as well because it is something different. Like, you know what I mean, and everyone's crying for gigs, and you might as well do the weird ones as well. Like, I was asking Darren Matthews because I know he done the like beer tasting with comedians. It's kind of like the same kind of it's not the same vibe, but it's just like that sort of, there's an added element to it as well, you know. And I just want to see if you run it like a normal gig, like, or is it a wee bit more loose and shit. You know, I don't know. Well, we'll see what the crack is, but keep an eye on my socials for that. I don't know exactly where to host it. I was debating doing it in Newry, but then at the same time,
you're gonna, like, you know, drag all the comedians to Newry for like. Are they going to sell in Newry?
That's what I mean. Like, well, maybe it's one of them ones, but then at the same time, people in Newry love stand up, so I feel like it doesn't. I think it will do well anyway. I'm only thinking like a 40-seater or something as well. So
exactly,
a couple of venues I have in mind that would be cool.
But it could be a thing you don't have like in a specific venue in the meantime, because you know what it's like. Every fucking comedian has a comedy show at the minute. So,
run, yeah.
so it's like, you know, you could near just do it in like multiple different rooms.
Yeah,
like
but that's what I mean. It could be just like again, it's all hypothetical. Like, but I was thinking I could do it in Newry, or at least do it in Belfast and bring it to Newry at one. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It's up in the air. I'll see what the crack is. I'll see what the best way to go about running it and stuff is. But keep an eye on the socials for that, folks, because it should be good crack. And whenever it appears, obviously buy a ticket. Speaking of buying tickets, how is your solo show getting on?
Oh, it's doing alright. It's with a gig, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not selling out the full SSA arena, like, but we have a comedy show.
Yeah, but that's good shit. Like, and that's basically all you want as well. Because sometimes even them more intimate gigs are better, like way better than.
And the fact that it's like not like it's a gig that's not in my hometown. It's not like, you know, it's Belfast. It's miles away from me, so it's like it's a nice thing to do. So, this will probably be out after the show actually happens. So it'll be the day after it happens actually. So
good crack,
well, it was great. It was fucking class. So it was.
Sold out now.
Yeah, fucking. There was like 40,000 people in the crowd. Yeah, fucking. We had Shane Todd and Colin Gaddis opening for me that night. But they didn't do as well as you. Weirdly, that was. Yeah. What know what I was actually looking to talk about? What, like, not to get like into anything mental. What do you think of have you been hearing anything of the whole Kate Middleton shit?
Yeah, man. See, man, Twitter or X used to be serious crack. I loved it. I loved the discourse and all. Like, I was on all these fucking rap Twitters talking about rap beef and all this mad shit. It used to have good crack, and then it just
you like Dirk shot a sled for King Von. Fucking like.
Oh, block's not the same. But but yeah,
niche banter, like.
Yeah, so niche. But I used to, you know, enjoy the discourse on it, and now it's my Twitter's dog shit. I don't find anything funny. The last thing I remember laughing at on Twitter
it's hard to laugh at something when you're wanking over everything on it, you know. Like.
The last thing I remember actually being in stitches laughing at, and like everyone, it was like a whole big thing. Was remember the cop slid down the slide in Boston with such ferocious velocity. Do you remember it? And then like he dropped all his loot and all his gun and all. I loved it. And then someone got a video of like they got like two phones and put it upside down, so it looked like he was like sliding into the top and then sliding down to the bottom. It was fucking excellent. Yeah. But I just want to know. People were like, "Where's the body cam footage? I want to see how he gained so much fucking speed."
Like someone butter up the slide or something.
Yeah.
Like.
So I seen someone underneath it was like.
Was it like at the top of it was like, you know when you go in like a water park and there's the fella at the top who like just stands and then he like spins you and then pushes you with his feet.
Oh man! But like,
are you ready to go, sir?
Cross the arms. But yeah, the cop was like, "Arms behind your back. Stop resisting." but I don't know why this guy is like vaguely foreign. I don't know where he's from. But there was someone was like, the slide's right across from my work. I'm gonna go like on my lunch at work tomorrow or something to like, you know, like do tests and all. Yeah. And then he was like, actually fucking I'm gonna go now, and he was updating like people to be like, I just like took my child with me and they slid down the slide and it was like really slow and boring, and they're like, how did he gain? It must be like the material that like the Teflon or something that the trousers.
Yeah, because they're wearing like, you know, like suit trousers. I feel like you would pick up some speed.
Oh, you'd pick up serious speed.
I remember back in school there was this weird hill that everyone turned into like a muck slide that became like a generational thing. Right. It was like the fifth year started it like 4 years before me. Yeah. And then it was like by the time I was fifth year, like, you know, like I'd literally, like I think I was like first year and like they started it. And by the time I was fifth year, I was like, it's my time to shine, dude, you know. Yeah. And like, you were wearing like them wee suit trousers that you wear to school, you know. Yeah. And like I remember just sliding down on my knees and everyone being like, what, he's a legend, mate. And I was like, yeah, mate, it's only it's first break, you know. Go the rest of the day with his fucking mucky knees.
There was a fella fucking slipped and fell, and like our primary school was getting done up at one stage. So there was like tractor marks or like JCB marks or whatever the fuck all over like the football pitch, and he was just walking out of school one day and just slipped and fell, and for like months he was just called shipwreck. Like, oh, really? It's not even like he didn't fall in shit. He was just called shipwreck for ages. Like, yeah, fucking hell.
There was a guy in our year. It was pure bullying, like what happened to him. Yeah. But he got called, it was the coolest name ever for what it was. He was called Dry Ice. Right. Because someone turned around to him, because there was like a whole thing in our year where people would go, watch out for that dry ice, you know what I mean? It doesn't exist. Yeah. It's like, go get that tartan paint thing, you know? Yeah. You go, watch out for that dry ice, and you would like look and go, fuck, you got me there, you know? He turned around, someone goes, watch out for that dry ice. It wasn't even like, it was like June. and they like just someone ran up behind him and pursed him clean into the biggest puddle I've ever seen in my life. And he like slid through it, and again it was like the first 15-minute break, you know.
Yeah, he's fucked the rest of the day, like.
And he's just covered in the shit. Everyone just called him Dry Ice for months off. I mean, years. Like, I can't remember his real name. I just remember him. Like, I remember maybe a year ago or something, a guy came to collect that Danny DeVito cutout for like a short movie he was filming. Shout out to Dean Conway, he's a good lad. And basically they came in and we were just sitting like talking. I knew them from school, and like I hadn't seen them since I was like 16, you know.
Yeah.
And we were just chatting away and having a laugh. And they go, "Do you remember Dry Ice?" And I went, "What?" And they were like, "He's engaged now." I was like, "Fucking Dry Ice is engaged." You know?
There's an ice joke in there somewhere. There's a State of Matter joke in there.
100%, yeah.
But there was a fact that reminds me. The same fella was called Shipwreck. He used to know there was just like people in primary school that you'd always remember like niche things that people done, or like, you know, like there was like people who like played Yu-Gi-Oh, and like there was people that like, you know, the skipping ropes was a fucking epidemic in our primary school for a while. Like
skipping ropes.
I swear to God, I went
primary school.
I found myself going and buying one and all. I swear to God, like me trying to do double unders and all, mad. But
well, it's just like normal schools are like, no, we need to get these drugs out of the school. Your school's like, the skipping ropes, mate, they're taking over. They're rotting the kids' brains.
Man, speaking of rotting the kids' brains, someone wrote a manifesto one time in school. I was like, I'm not even joking. They were like, there was like pure Catholic Protestant thing. They were like, kill all prods, and all. It was mental.
Jesus
pure
Christ.
Skull and Crossbones logo at the top and all. And like,
and you knew he mad shit whenever he drew that. Like,
yeah,
he thought he was fucking Bart Simpson.
But like the thing was, like, there was so much admin behind it because he printed out sheets and gave it all to us. Like, and like, it wasn't wise. I remember the principal caught wind of it, and he didn't even get in trouble. The principal was like, if any of you have that, give it to me immediately. Like, if that had got out, like, that would have been mental. Like, mental.
It's fucking wild. I joined the school council whenever I was like in primary school, like P7 or something.
Yeah.
Got to meet the mayor and all. He was a fucking wanker, and he was a creepy dude, kind of like real Joe Biden, you know, like fucking like the way girls who was on the school council. He'd be like put
smelling your braids and all.
My braids, yeah. But he was a weird dude. But my manifesto was like complete polar opposite. You had to write a manifesto that they were like, all right, if you want to get into this, write a manifesto and the classes will vote for you. And I was like, cool, democracy and at fucking P7, like, you know, whatever. And I wrote the manifesto and I was like, I will get a slide put into the cafeteria, you know, real shit I couldn't do. Muffins every day for dinner, fucking, you know. I was like, cake and custard for breakfast in the breakfast club, that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
And they were like, fucking people were like, yeah, this guy fucking means this shit. And I was
Christine
like,
has to do everyone's homework.
And then whenever I got to the school council, they were like, right, we need to figure out where the budget's going on this year's music teacher. You know, like, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is not exactly what I was like.
Keep Miss Bannon in a job. you have to go sack Miss Bannon right now.
And I like sat her down and I was like, listen, I'm going to be honest here, we'll have to go our separate ways in this, right? Me 11 years old.
You have to do, it's not you, it's me, a fucking teacher. Like, Miss Bannon was my P2 teacher too. I don't know why I thought of that. No way. Sorry, so I was saying, no, there's like different categories of people. Like, there's this fella that used to like, he just used to go around and just pretend he was a motorbike, like, right? But he used to literally.
What's his name? Harley. Please tell me his name was Harley.
No, but like he used to go around and like.
Or his Japanese called Suzuki.
You would just see him and he would just like. He'd look over at him and he puts his two arms out in front of him and you just know, oh no, here it comes. And he would just like kick and then just run around but like you'd just be playing Tigger, like I would be skipping him a wee rope and all, and he would just go past you, but he'd go right up into your face and be spit all over you and all. You're like, holy fuck.
You remember like the wee fucking mini buckets with the ropes where you would walk in them like stilts.
Yeah. But know what's ironic with this fella is now, right? He's actually a mate of mine. Know what's ironic about him now, right? He's like one of the best cyclists in Ireland at the minute. Man was training for ages. It's like
a fucking like he's in the X Games at the minute. You
know? Oh man, but it's fucking hilarious.
He's just prepping his whole life. You know?
But it's just mental how like
when they do his documentary, he'll be like, ever since I can remember, I would just be running around the playground, just pretend to be a fucking motorbike.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. But that's true. Like know what the ironic thing is? There was no engine in the motorbike he was pretending to be. He was the engine, and then now he still is the engine that is powering that bike. Like, man, he dreamt it from day one. Like, fair play to him. He is.
Nickname's Big Daddy.
But no, he's a good lad, but it's just funny how it fucking all came full circle. Like,
yeah. Did you ever get like the whole Big Daddy BMX phase? the BMXs with stump pegs on them. And it was like you get the big daddy or you get that pink one that was like Big Mama. But the Big Mama one was only for the secure dudes. Like, you know, like if you got a Big Mama bike, if you were a guy like, you know, who was maybe mildly insecure, people would be like, you're fucking gay. But if you were like a guy who could kick someone's cunt in, they'd be like, he's got a Big Mama.
He's got a Big Mama. Like, yeah. No, the only thing we had like a green machine phase.
The green machine,
I never. What the fuck did I remember going about in bikes.
Do you remember the blue machine? Sorry, that was a...
No, was it a Protestant thing?
It was the red, white and blue machine. It's called Land Rover. But they basically, it was like a green machine, but it was blue. Right. And you could squirt water from the front of it. It had like a water pistol built in it. There was like a brake on one side.
It's like so Catholics.
But what I did one time, I pissed in it. Because I didn't own one. There was a wee lad around my street on one. I was always so
it wasn't even yours? You pissed in it?
And it was like a thing where he would go out like every day after school and soak like all the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah. This guy's 23.
People were like, oh fuck, Connell, it's on the blue machine, you know. And you'd be like, oh no, my man told me I can't get wet today, you know. Yeah. And one time I just was like, he like went into the toilet or whatever, and I just pissed in it, and he was just going around soaking weekends with my piss.
And you were like, see, it's me doing it today. Cheers, Connell. Holy fuck.
God knows where he is, but he fucking I remember we used to play Ben 10 like PS2 game in his house, class crack, and his man and dad hated me, but for one, his big cousin like tried to hit my sister one time.
Oh, well then,
and his big cousin was in my year at school. And my dad was, I was in the middle of the shower when this was all happening, and I came running out with a towel around me and all. My dad was like, Justin, go sort that wee cunt out, and I like ran out, and he had like ran down and got into his car, and his like dad was like in the street, and my dad like ran down to them, and it was just me and my dad, me and a towel, and my dad was like, he was like, get the fuck out of the car, you shit, and his dad was like, leave him alone. And I was like, he hit my wee sister, and they were like, but he's only a wee lad, and I was like, you same age as me, that wee girl's 6 years younger. And then I actually, this is weird, this is how I broke my hand, and then in school the next like 2 or 3 days ago, like it was like a Saturday that happened on, and then like on the Monday or whatever we were like doing PE, and he like turned around and he was all, sure, your dad hit me, and I was like, mate, if my dad hit you, you'd be breathing through a fucking tube, you wee rat. It was funny as hell, like, but
fuck, there was a lot of shit, especially growing up here at Council Staples, like there was a lot of different like funny things I got. This came in my head is completely unrelated, just when you're talking about something else there. And I actually wrote this down on my phone because I wanted to talk about it because it was funny as fuck. Now, I mightn't do it justice at all, but you know, I'm a fan of the Old Traveller vernacular. Like, you know, I respect it a lot. It's funny as fuck, like, right? But I was just in the shop like last night, just getting, you know, a few bits and pieces, you know, doing a few messages, like, and I was just there, and there was just this like traveller girl pajamas and all classic.
Oh wow!
And
she was going to a wedding.
Yeah. So she was maybe like mid-20s or something. And she obviously like her child or something. He was maybe like, I don't know, 6, 7, I don't know. And he was
42.
Like,
Travelers, you can't tell.
And he's like,
he's like, pack it a Lambert butter, please.
But he was like, he picked up these sweets. Like, can I get these? Can I get this? She was like, no, put them back. And he was like, please, can I get these? And he started like singing, like, can I get these? Can I get these? You know, and like he kept trying to like hit her, like, no, taking the piss. It was all fun, loving, like, you know, it was good crack. And then she was like, no, put them back and all fucking about. And then he goes, would you ever get me these before I make a show of you? Man just switched up. Man,
make a show.
I just stand right beside him and I just fucking walked away, man. I walked away.
Geraldine, I'm going to be causing a scene in here if you don't fucking...
But I swear, he looked her up and down and all. I was like, he means business. But the best of it was... I walked away and I had to get out of the situation so much that I had to go over and just start looking at the fruit and veg.
You're like, oh, the deal on peppers here.
Man,
he's in the back threatening his man.
Holy fuck, would you ever get me these before I make a show of you? And I just was like, this wee boy, like, I don't even, like, I don't remember, like, a transition period. The transition period where I started speaking like those like older phrases, like, you know, make a show of someone's like an older thing to say. This boy's 6, like, you know what I mean? He's like, big queer stretch in the evening. But man,
you know, when you came in, it was, oh sure, you know, I wouldn't be complaining myself. Nobody would listen. Nobody would listen.
No, I'd contact the spy too handy. Man, I just thought I
You
wrote
hear it
down,
as Twitter, it's ruining people.
Facebook's a joke. But I just thought it was the fucking funniest thing I ever wrote. He just changed up, like he just switched up, like he wasn't for taking shit. I was in
Make a show
fucking
of you.
stitches. But would you ever get me these before I make a show of you? And he wanted me to show over, like if he started going mad and all, like he'd make a show of the man. Like,
He was fully aware of it. Like,
yeah. But so I thought it was so smart of him. Like he definitely got the sweets after. Like I was fucking fuming. I wanted them. we stand over looking at the cucumbers and all. Fuck's sake. But yeah, that was fucking funny as fuck. But I don't know what reminded me of that. I knew I wanted to talk about it, but it's fucking hilarious.
do you ever like overhear shit and like in public and it's just it's way funnier than what it needs
Completely
to
out of context.
be.
Like
Yeah, I love that shit. One time a fella was just too culty, starting talking.
Yeah.
You know the way I dress, hoodies, baggy tracksuit bottoms and all, Nike Air Max, beanie, some shit.
Yeah.
This fella, they were like starting to like arguing, but like no way like culties that argue, but they don't argue. They sound like they're arguing, but it's fully just over like fucking, you know, it's probably like some fucking local Gaelic team, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'll fucking Declan Bay, he's fucking doing well this year. You say nothing about him, you know.
yeah, he's hit the points over. You know what I mean? The goals will come.
But they were like starting arguing over like this local pub that was down the road. I was out Abby's direction, and they were like, "Oh, Oxford, you know yourself, fucking, it's good pint, do a good pint there." And they were like, and then they turned around. One of them turned around to me just randomly and was like, "All right," he was like, "All right, mate, what's the crack?" And I was like, "Not much, bro. Big man, fucking just you know, keeping her lit, fucking keep her pinned, lad." You know, And he turned around and he was like, he goes, "Oh, do you know where it has?" No, he said, butchering my own story. He was like, "Oh, there's wild rain out there," and I was like, "Oh, shite, mate, fucking shite, crack. You know, no need for it. No, rain, go to Spain, big man. You know, never show your face again. I don't know what the fucking rain." And he turned around and he was like, "Oh yeah, you know," and he named the bar. It was called like the Poacher's Pocket or some shit. You know. And
The Cathedral Quarter.
And he turned around and he was all, "You know, it hasn't rained under the Poacher's Pocket roof in 12 years." And I went, I just sort of looked at him and I was like, I just sort of like agreeing because I hadn't a clue what
get me out of this situation.
Yeah, and he just looked at me going, and I went, "Oh, you dick! That's like it hasn't rained under the roof." You know? I was like, "You fucking dickhead!"
Yeah.
And he goes, "No," and he started talking to me about the bar, and he turned around and he goes, "I don't know. You should see the farmers down at it by. They're good crack. They're good crack. Are you a farmer yourself?" And I stand there in like a fucking Letterman jacket and a hoodie, fucking baggy tracksuit bottoms. I was like, "Bro, do I look like a farmer?" You know, like,
No, like,
what the fuck? How do you know?
farming likes on TikTok. Like.
Exactly. Farming is fucking wrecking this algorithm to get. But that was funny.
Man, see, like, so when I worked, like, obviously customer facing roles, like, you just get people, you get all walks of life. Like, there's a fella used to come in, absolute Hallinator 5000, like, and he was like, remember,
sounds like he eats Hallions.
remember the
Scallinator.
I know he was Catholic, it's green onion, but green onionator. But so remember the explosion of protein milk? Like, remember that was the thing? Like, there's two explosions, like the three explosions. 9/11. No, I'm joking. There was three explosions, right, that I was live for, right. They're probably more important than fucking terrorist explosions, right?
Yeah.
The explosion of sweet chili sauce.
Oh, wow.
The explosion of Southwest sauce and the
Southwest.
explosion of protein milk.
Proton
I just ruined my own punchline. I'm a fucking idiot. But the guy, he was a Halligan. He used to come like, "Give me a 12-inch pepperoni and 1 ml proton milks." No fucking
fucking Elon Musk design.
yeah, like no fucking neutron or electron milk there, no. But you used to get people like oversharing. I'm raging I butchered that, but you used to get people like oversharing sometimes. Like you get people in their basket, sort of a picnic sort of job, you know.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I have a bit of crack with them and all, and you can sense they're just maybe wanting a wee conversation. And this woman came in, she was all, you know, just like the lights were on but nobody's home. Like actually the lights were off but everybody was home. Like, you know what I mean?
There's a few people home there.
Yeah,
running up the electric bill.
But so she was just like, "Yeah, can I get it? Whatever, you know." I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I'm just back from the hospital there," and I was like, "Oh God, here we go." She was like, "Yeah, Ma's not well." I was like, "Oh no, please don't." And I had to be like, "Oh no, sure." So this is it, basically. You know what I mean? Just like, I contact us while they're on it.
Sure, you know yourself.
And I was just like, "Yeah, no." And she was like, "Yep, my auntie died there last week," and I was going, "Oh my God." Like, just get me out of the situation. But I didn't want...
It sounds like one of these women, you know, you'll never guess who's out of fakes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But she was just saying... She started getting real, like, you know, deep about it and all. But but she was... one of these people that I wouldn't be surprised if she was lying type of shit, you know, just to have a conversation they got, like, you know. And... she Mate, oh fuck! There's somebody I know who knows somebody that calls their ma every tea time to tell them who's dead. Like it's not ways. I swear to God.
My ma's in there right now, probably discussing who died in the street last week. You know, like it's mental. You'll never get on the bikes going, man.
Oh fuck! Yeah, but what the fuck was I going with? I can't remember what the fuck I was talking about. But yeah, good crack off the fake. Yeah, well, yeah, just oversharing with me, like. And there's a fella who used to come in all the time, and he was just an absolute bullshit. I used to call him Walking Man, right? And literally, but then we used to call him Chicken Meal Deal because there was a place I used to work.
Fuck me, have you anyone that you just call by their name?
And they used to call him Little Extra Sauce as well, right? So there were a few different ones, right? But he used to like. The windows were like big fucking like panoramic windows in this place I used to work, and you used to see him like come over the hill, but he'd be walking, right? And as soon as you get into eyesight of him, he'd start jogging, right? And then he'd go around the side of the window and just start walking again, right? I think he used to do it to like but he used to be like dressed in spandex, like like people who are starving but they get the big massive fat bellies but they're really skinny. He was built like a bottle of Fanta, right? And he used to like just do this fucking shit, right? Whatever. But he used to come in and be like, give me a chicken meal deal. And the thing was called a chicken meal, right? There was no deal involved, right? He thought he was getting a deal, maybe he'd be like, give me a chicken meal deal, but little extra sauce on it.
The bread with.
But he's like, little extra sauce. I'm like, do you want little or extra? You know what I mean? Like, do you want a wee bit of extra sauce? Like, what is your ratio here? Like,
extra sauce.
But he's fucking cat man. But he said to me, I was one of the best runners in Ireland there a few years ago. And I was like, right. I've never seen you walking, but okay. And he was like, used to strap bricks to my back and just run up the mountain. I'm like, how about go there now? How about do it into the lake? That's horrible. But you just get these like just absolute weapons like about, and I just love. And see, especially with them clips, like the clip of your woman walks about the town in the area that was doing pretty well and all. I don't want to come across as I'm taking the piss out of people. People have their own reflections and all that. But there's the funny side of everything.
Exactly.
Though.
See,
you know
this
what I mean?
is what I don't get. Like people, not to go off topic, but just on the topic of that clip that sort of went like half viral, was like there was such negative comments on it, and you were like not in any way, shape, or form slagging anyone. No, you were just acknowledging. You were just like going, "This is what I see." Yeah, you didn't make any jokes. You didn't whatever. No. But and they like I had to delete like 8 comments, man. I swear to God, like because like I don't mind like if someone's like talking in the comments being like you were maybe slagging us or something,
Yeah, as long as it's good crack, as long as it's not mean, like,
but like people were in the comments being like, "He's fucking ugly bastards talking about her. She's not mentally well and all. Why are you laughing at her?" And I was like, "Fuck up, Jesus Christ."
But the thing is, and that's not that there's excuses or justifies it. Like she's got OCD and she's got a few things. I've got OCD. Yeah. Obviously, I don't walk around the streets and do all that shit. But I mean. Later in life, I could something like that could happen where you just go deeper and deeper into it, and it could happen. Like, and I'm not making fun of someone. I'm just saying the funny side of it.
Exactly.
I spoke to her before. She's a lovely woman. Like, she's fucking lovely and she's sound. And she's like, you expect everyone's got their characters. Like, you know what I mean? And you think, oh, they're just mad and all this shit. But like, I'm fully worse as human too, but no one's exempt from piss taking. You know what I mean? Like, people can take the piss out of me all you want, as long as it's funny. Just don't be a dick. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly, that's what I mean. 60,000 views speaks for itself. But it's wild the way people get on about shit. Like, even the clip that we did on this one of the Do It For The Raw. Yeah. See some of the comments I had to fucking delete of like people being like, like if you're doing anything for the Raw, you should be shot dead and all. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, I was like, bro, fucking
have a laugh.
Like, yeah, like no matter what side of the fucking divide that doesn't exist anymore, you're like at the end of the day, some shit's just funny, like
it's funny objectively. But the thing is as well, and it's especially the thing of comedy where it's like you can take a side or whatever and like maybe express the funny view of your side, but ultimately, what I was just saying there was just.
She exists.
But not even that. The Do It For The Raw one. It's just like, that was mental that he would do anything for the Raw, and it's funny as fuck. Yeah. Not at one stage did I be like, oh, I do anything for the Raw. You know what I mean? Exactly. It's just like, but then again, you know yourself. Depending on your mindset. I'll contact this man. Two-handed. Don't even see it going. Here, good luck. What is it? 3 transactions, £100 maximum. Good luck getting £100 out of my account.
Yeah, fucking. Mine's all in the mattress, lad. Fucking. We slip the side of a mattress, fucking load of dollar bills in there, mate. Lock a pound.
Lock a pound again. But yeah, I think the bottom. You know yourself when you're scrolling on TikTok. Or I only got like last week to check the comments that are now deleted, but like you know yourself, you're scrolling things and you're maybe in bad form and you see the negative in things. And I never comment, like, but I understand people are just people. It is what it is. But I think disclaimer going forward, and in the past, anything we say is literally just either bullshit or just having a laugh. Like, it's nothing serious.
Like when was the last time you like slagged someone? Not in the group chat, and it was like there was a genuine like fucking jag behind it, like, you know.
Never.
I don't think I've ever done that in a while, like, you know.
That's what I'm saying with this roast battle. I was like, I'm going up against person. I don't know if like, and I fucking love this person. I'm like, I feel bad about slagging this person, but it's all in the name of a good time. It's good crack. It's fine. It's like I don't really even slag people in general, because I don't know what their mindset is to be like, if they would take a thick or not, so I'll just not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I ever slag on someone or whatever, it's in good jest. It's just like, oh, that's a laugh. Like, objectively speaking, that's a laugh.
Yeah, 100%.
To slag someone, you have to relate to their scenario in some way, shape, or form as well.
Yeah.
To like get something funny enough out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's just weird as fuck. Like, it's just weird. But I think that comedy's just good crack. That's basically it. You know what I mean? I was going to go over the tangent there. Just, what's the point?
Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, comedy, laugh, please. That's it.
I know. I've just been having ups and downs. Whether I was telling you about, like, I went on stage and literally just pulled the seat out and just started talking to them about Justin Timberlake songs and all. And was like,
that's a mental spiral there.
I mean, I was like, I did that whole bit, like, that we'll not say on camera, and like, it just wasn't landing, and I just was like, anyway, like, that punchline didn't land, and he's here Justin Timberlake's new album, and they were like, someone was just like,
I love that comedy where it's anti-jokes, it's just discourse. You're just having a conversation with someone and everyone's like, this is mental, it's funny.
I was like shitting myself because I came walking off, and like Luke McGibbon, who runs the Pavilion Comedy Club, I was like walking past and he's just looking at me like, usually he'll come off and he'll go, that was good, man, or, you know, there was some stuff in there, you know, you got a bit of good. He just looked at me, he was like,
that was what it was. Like, yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? Have you done anything like mental on stage? I seem to be the only cunt.
No,
remember I went on stage in sunglasses and everyone thought it was the most mental thing to be done in comedy. They were like, what the fuck is he at?
I remember it was one of the first times I met you, actually, and you had the sunglasses. He goes, fuck, these are in my pocket or something. He goes, fuck, I'm gonna put them on stage. And I was thinking, that's not what he's thinking with it. We're just being like, it's fucking mental, this guy's a nutcase.
It's like, know what I'm afraid of though, like people thinking that I'm having a bad attitude about comedy with that. Yeah. Because I love doing things that's like, it's not like props, but it's like you do things where people go, do you remember that cunt did that? You know, like, like I like doing shit like that, but I'm afraid of like promoters and stuff being
thinking
like,
it's hack.
Yeah, or like thinking that I'm not curing. Yeah. I'm like doing it, but mainly because of the PAV. As I was telling you, a girl was on before me, Leanne McCooey, shout out hers. Shout out. Yeah, she's fucking fantastic. It's the first time I've ever seen her. And so good. She was unreal.
That's her first gig in Belfast.
Yeah, exactly.
She's been gigging in your E for ages and she's fucking killer. So good.
Stormed the stage, man. She did this one joke. I can't remember what it was. It was like, it was something, I'm probably going to fucking tell her joke on it, but it was like something to do with like, calling yourself good at comedy is like having a wank and licking your fingers. That's like fucking brilliant, you know.
It's like that fucking Donald Trump roast where it's what it said before, and it said whenever he's got such a big ego, whenever he fucks a supermodel, he pictures himself wanking. So good, like.
Oh, there's no need for how funny that is, but he definitely had a team of like 14 people writing him.
90%, yeah. I can't hear Seth MacFarlane without thinking Peter Griffin too. Oh, well. Like exactly, you hear it in him too, like.
Hey, Lower. But yeah, like. What was this? Oh, I went on and I like Leanne did so well, and in my head I was going, I'm doing all new shit that I have no punchlines for. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to damn my hole either way here, and it wasn't that I didn't give a fuck. I just accepted. I was like, it's not good enough to get a laugh. I'll still try, but I was like, this is going to be shite anyway. And I just got on stage, seen the chair, and I went, I might as well damn a hole comfortably here, and just sat down with the legs crossed, just drinking a beer, just being like, "Screw you, bro. You all right? No, where are you from? South Armagh. Fucking is right, big man. You know, like just."
Was it John? Was it John Shortland as well?
Yeah.
He's pretty good as well. Actually,
yeah, I haven't seen him, but
folk too,
yeah, he was good laugh. Like he was like, I thought you were funny and all. I was like, see when people go, I thought you were funny. I'm like, don't compliment me.
Yeah, I know.
No, but he was good crack. No, I'll have to see him at some point then. Yeah, but. It's funny, like that's what I mean. I keep doing weird shit on stage. Like I keep getting told off for the fact that I do too much crowd work. Yeah. I keep going and again, it's not because I don't care. Stop thinking I don't care about things. I care too much about it that I'm like, I want to try something different. Like I'll maybe go over my time every now and then, or you know, what's something else mental I've done on stage.
I'm trying to think what the fuck I don't know. I think
amount of times I've like climb like whatever stage is like, or like, you know, say like at the port side, and I'll always just jump up on the chair and like walk across the chair and shit, you know. So I'm like jump off it to like do something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're like a fucking. Do you ever get like a child who just like insult you and then just cartwheel away? You're just like,
watch this. Shakes in her hand and just shakes it at you. But yeah, there was I did chicken box not that long ago as well. Seems to be an open mic thing. I'm never getting booked for an open mic again. They're never having me back. And I just went on stage, forgot my material because I was on so much medication, and I was like just fucking stupid and had no sleep and all. Forgot my whole set. I was doing a new bit and just decided to start asking the crowd what their favourite Nickelback song was. It's like, you know, fucking, what do I photograph, lad? That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, you have two options there already, don't you? Like photograph and what do you call the other one? Rockstar.
Never made it as a Wes man. Yeah, or was that fucking hero could save?
Yeah, tell you what, Nickelback got a lot of shit. They go hard in their own right.
I think this was a whole thing. There was like one meme made about it, and then all of a sudden, like the whole world went mental over it, and like it became like a trend.
Yeah.
When in reality, they're a fucking great band.
Yeah.
You know, they're like a very talented musical band. Like, you know, I don't know where the fuck that came from, but
it's cool to just hate things that other people hate. Though.
Oh yeah, I don't get that at all, because again, I'm like a fucking Tech 9 fan, you know. And then I sent you the video of the Mexican OT. That Mexican OT, and he was like, "Man, I've been listening to Tech 9 for like years now." People were like, "Turn that shit off." Yeah. I was like, "That's me, stop it." But
Craig I'm an OT.
Me throwing up gang signs and all. But yeah, who is someone that you think gets a lot of hate nowadays that doesn't deserve it? I can think of people who get too much like dick riding and don't deserve it, like Playboy Cardi, for example.
Yeah, he's got a few hard tunes, like, but I don't rate him that much. Like, he's the biggest scammer in the world. Like, he just cancelled shows and all flat out. He was on like Eden Ross's stream for like 3 minutes and got paid $2 million for it and all that mad shit. But
it's a fucking joke. Like, see all that shit. Like, you see the second you show a bad attitude, like you're done.
Yeah.
Like I seen a video of Nicki Minaj screaming the head after fucking like makeup or her, like whoever does her wigs or whatever.
Yeah.
She was on stage and she was doing like a wardrobe change or something, and you just see Nicki Minaj walking to the side of the stage and screaming the head out of this wee girl.
No, I get they're definitely under a pressure, like a different kind of pressure. It's easy for us to say like, "Oh, if you're a millionaire, fucking, you'd be alright," but I suppose they have an art to like try and, you know, portray this a certain way, and you would get annoyed if shit kept happening, but at the same time, fuck up. Like,
yeah, like I was more like if you're going to go mental about it, wait till after the show and be professional and go, you know, don't be like fucking throwing your mic in a wee tantrum and all.
Yeah.
You're a fucking millionaire. Like, don't be like, you know, if you're that talented at what you do, you can roll with the punches, like, you know.
Even like Travis Scott, remember the time he fucked the photographer off stage or something?
Yeah.
Remember? And you're just like, yeah, you're just weird. Like, why did you do that? Like,
I don't get it at all. Or the time Action Bronson had like a guy like stage rush him.
Man, that became a thing. People like would stage rush him just so he could suplex him off the stage. There's a compilation video of it, and there's just him. And the start, he's all good crack about it because it's his thing at the show. Then, and then towards the end, he's genuinely angry, and like he suplexes this guy and he falls or something, and he goes to dig him, and he's like, "I fuck can't do that on stage." Like, it's funny as fuck. Like
Action Bronson as well, just like saying the most vague shit to the guy. You know? I got hands like heat dryers. Like, fucking, I got fucking tits like shelves. But
I'll vacuum me off the ground. You're gonna die, son.
See, that was too much wordplay for what he was. Like, that would be more like a fucking, like a Big Sean bar. She sucked me off. I called her Dyson. But yeah, no, the Action Bronson one, like, more fucking just vague, like food related, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta peel layers off you like an onion.
Oh god.
No, it was good crack. No, there is a load of artists that I think of they blew up and didn't deserve the praise they're getting. There was ones back in like 2016 who were like blowing up, and people knew it was like, oh, they're shite, but we're going to blow them up in it, like Lil Pump and all, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you were hearing Gucci Gang and you're like, this song is terrible, but it is the like herd mentality of just everyone's listening to it, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like it's one of them things where whenever, and this is probably showing me age or whatever, where I'm not as open to newer music now. As I find myself getting more like, if it's not this, it's fuck that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whenever I first heard Yeet, I was like, what is this combination of sounds? And then I'm just like, Yeet's unbelievable. He speaks in.
Bibbidi bobbidi bobbidi bobbidi.
Yeah, he speaks in he done the Minion soundtrack, which speaks for itself. You know what I mean? He speaks like a Minion. He done one of the Minions. Oh, no, not the Minions. The what do you call that fucking Gru motherfucker with the thing and the thing?
Yeah, Minions. Yeah,
but Despicable Me.
Yeah.
He done the soundtrack for it. Well,
Did he
a couple
actually?
Of the tunes. Yeah. For the
Holy
trailer.
shit! I didn't even know that.
And I think that's kind of ironic because he fucking speaks like a Minion, like. But
I need to fucking Google that just to see what.
But he speaks in like, cursive Arabic. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, but I think he's fucking hard as fuck. I can't understand a word the man's saying, but it sounds cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Right there.
Yeet. Despicable Me. Yeah, I'm almost 100% certain.
Because I remember like the first Despicable Me had like a rap song as like the wee opening song, you know, when he's like doing his whole wee bad guy shit. He's walking by freezing people, and it's like, Despicable Me, rich minion. There's no way that he's fucking.
I'm telling you now, it's actually, it goes hard as fuck too.
Everything whenever he like raps, I just hear like 8-bit music.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like fucking Super Mario with like heavy 808s, and he just goes a bibbidi bobbidi boobidi bobbidi boobidi.
Yeah.
You know, he sounds like a 1930s black gangster. You know? Oh, that boy, you're gonna realize what's happening. You're gonna that cost me $3.
You suck this dick toots.
You're gonna give me head toots.
You're gonna like it, see? Holy fuck.
You're gonna pull up in the caddy.
That's basically how Prohibition comedy fucking advertise their fucking nights. Well, for a start, for a while they were advertising so well as like a Prohibition 1920s gangster thing, and they were like, we're shut down by the feds and all in the move location. I genuinely believed it. Holy fuck, the cops are on them.
Just these guys in suits with cigars.
Yeah.
We got these few comedians.
It's a speakeasy, see?
They're gonna tell jokes about Catholics and Protestants.
It's gonna culture gonna come down. Call it a speakeasy.
Speakeasy. What's a word that you find so funny that is not pronounced right in our language? I think my ma says.
My ma says Chicago instead of Chicago, and she says artistic instead of autistic, and I'm like, you're kind of right because
Close enough.
yeah, like they are artistic, you know what I mean?
Tomato,
yeah, I go. It's you know, two sides of the same coin. Like
my ma calls tea, a cup of tea. The
yeah.
peas, you're eating your peas there, you know.
Peas as in peas, mad.
It's called one said the door or the floor, should say the floor or the door.
Floor of the door, yeah. We say windy. Windy's one.
The Wendy, she says a whole load of odd things. She always gets things wrong. My dad says a load of shit wrong as well. He says he doesn't call him Kanye West, he calls him Keanu West. And I don't know why. He fully knows how to spell his name. Like, and he calls Donald Trump for some reason. Don't know why. We're just trying to figure this out. You know, he hates the man with a passion. Like, he hates Trump.
Trump? Really?
Yeah, but then he'll be like, I fucking hate Trump. And the trans, like, pick a side, man. You know?
Come on. It's kind of like his whole thing. Yeah, I actually fucking like Donald Trump. Zero political views involved. I think he's just good crack. Like, we were watching the roast of Donald Trump. Yeah, he's just sound with it. Obviously, there was a lot of things he was definitely like, don't mention this or this. But at the same time, I just think, you know, political views aside, I don't even actually know political views aside in general. The man could be doing good shit, bad shit. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. He's just good crack. Yeah. Like, there was a video coming out of him every day.
Joe Biden, he's gay.
Yeah. I heard it. They said it.
It wasn't me that said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah, I'm just repeating it.
They said it. They're telling us he's gay.
We're gonna build a wall
to keep the gays out.
Yeah,
Joe Biden. That's
it's a reference to Stonewall. That's a fucking very niche
historical
reference. If I knew enough about either the gays or Donald Trump, I would go hone in on that. But I don't know. Yeah. Speaking of the gays, man, right? Imagine podcast, right? But here's actually something mental, right? Now, I'm trying to think of something funny to take from this, but genuinely, this is just objectively speaking a thing that happened, right? We were on the fucking scoops there a couple weeks ago, right?
We were.
Paddy's weekend, right? Good crack. I'm just sitting rolling a rollie. We're waiting on our lift. All good. I have an overuse already. Said good luck and all, blah, blah, blah. And this fella comes over to me, he's like, do you mind if I have a rollie? I'm like, happy days. You know, I see people pretend to have a wee conversation with me and be like, can I actually steal the fag off you? God, he was like, can I have a rollie? I goes, you pat it away, right? Yeah. So, first issue with what happened, I had no issue with the way he asked. First issue I had was, the table was soaking, he put my skins in the wet table, skins were fucked, right? But I digress, right? So, he's sitting there, rolls a fag, and he was like, oh man, I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, I've had such a shit night. And I goes, sorry man, if I've helped you, look after yourself, Grant. I'm talking to my mates, I'm like, good luck. And he goes, he literally just asked me, he's like, you gay? I goes, nope. And he goes,
not today anyway.
You can knock. Why's a Guinness in the way we'll talk. But
why are you banned?
No, I'm bi. No, yeah, there's a hole in that somewhere. I don't know, but there's a hole in that needs filled. We're getting there. But anyway, right? So he goes, you gay? I goes, no. And I goes, why are you? I'm assuming you're asking me because you are. He goes, yeah. I was like, oh, fucking happy days for the play date. And literally, he was like, I can't remember what the fuck he said. We were just chatting then right after, just shite talk, you know. And I was like, wait, what happened the other night? No, and he was like, oh, fucking someone like I made advances on me in the toilet and I didn't want it or whatever. And I was like, fuck that shite crack, by well here, at least come down and have a fag or whatever, cool, right? That was all good. And then he was like, he goes, I'm so disappointed you're not gay. And I was like, why, what's up? He was like, you're just so, like, you're like my type. And I was like, well, that's nice to hear, man. Like, I appreciate that. Yeah. You know, I mean, I'm not interested, but it's nice. Like, cool.
It was a compliment.
Yep, cool. I'll take them. That's the only one I've ever gotten, so fair enough. And then he was like, but I wouldn't call you a bear. No, a bear is like a big, fat, bearded gay guy or some shit. He was like, I wouldn't call you a bear. You're like an otter. I was like, the fuck is an otter now? You know what I mean?
What's an otter with you?
But what I gather from what an otter is just... I
would probably be an otter.
Yeah, I think it's like a guy who's hurt. It's like someone who's cosplaying as a bear. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're nearly a bear.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck, cool. And then he was getting very close to me, right? And I remember sitting there being like, it's cool, it's fine, you know, whatever. We're having crack. And then I was mid sentence. I think I mentioned about comedy and all, and he was like, I don't care when comedians say the F word because you're including me in it and all. And I was like, don't tempt me.
You look.
But I was like, oh no, fucking whatever, it's cool, right? We're all just having conversations, it's all fine. I look over at the boys, they're all chatting away. I'm like, I'm just chatting to this fucking gay guy now, apparently, right? Cool. And then I'm mid-sentence about comedy. He goes, can I touch your chest? I goes, what? And he goes,
maybe not.
Yeah, and he goes, can I put my hand on your chest? I'm so sorry. I just goes, respectfully, no, right? Yeah. And he's like, oh man, it's so weird, I've made it weird. And I was like, you haven't, it's fine, just relax, you're shooting your shot. I've been there, deal with rejection, I'll teach you how, right?
Welcome to being a straight man.
Yeah, and then I was like, cool. And then he was all sound, and then he was getting again very, very close to me and stuff. And I remember being like, this is a thing, but it's fine. And then my brother texted me and was like, I'm outside. I was like,
do you know what you are? You're a woman.
Yeah, but man, that's what I was saying. I was like,
now we know how they feel.
But I was like, I completely empathise with the woman's experience on a night out now, because imagine that was happening every 5 minutes. You'd be raging. I feel like one of the only reasons why I wasn't more annoyed at this thing happening was because there was no risk of violence there.
Oh yeah,
man was built like a fucking super noodle. If he was gonna
built like a bus ticket.
Yeah, he was gonna be sparked. Like,
the rollie you were smoking was thicker.
Man, he was built like a thought, right? He like
acting like a thought.
Yeah, but I remember just being like, but I didn't give a fuck at the time, right? And then one of the boys said to me like a couple of days after, I didn't give a fuck that it was good crack. And then one of the boys said to me a couple of days after, he was like, "What that fella? Fuck, was he like trying to shift your shop?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. I wouldn't say trying to shift me, but he was definitely edging towards it, like pun intended." And he was like, "Yeah, fuck, that was funny." And I was like, "Yeah, funny, cool, whatever. You know, me rejecting someone, haha, you know." And then I thought about it, and I was like, "Fuck, but if I was more vulnerable and like wasn't able to spark him out, I would be uncomfortable with that."
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I completely empathise with the woman experience now. I would be fucking fuming if boys would come after me.
That was your whole night.
Yeah, like it's probably nice to an extent if people shoot their shot and then fuck off right after. Yeah, that's probably like, oh, I feel better about myself now. But like don't get me wrong, he wasn't lingering, he wasn't uncomfortable in any way. He was just hanging about. We were having the crack, but I couldn't deal with that flat out. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Flat out. But, you know what I mean? Shout out that guy. I know his name, but whatever. Shout out that guy. You fucking really made me think. Yeah, I learned a lesson.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like the end of a fucking Simpsons episode there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It made me think, like, fuck, like, fucking years ago, even in a teenage discos and all, like, you don't know, like, oh, you shift my mate type shit. Like, and then how do you navigate that? Like, I've got a joke. It's like, fuck, if I seen a fanny, I put a plaster on it. Like, I don't know how to, like, deal with those situations. So I just don't linger or be a weirdo and shit like that. So it's just like, whatever. But there's definitely
keep myself fucking away from
and it's just, and if someone's shot, it's cool, like, but I don't know, like, it just made me think, you know what I mean? I'm a better person for it now, I suppose. Like, yeah. Who'd have thunk it? Like, I'm a better person now for that experience. So thank you very much, guy. So
no, but that's funny. I remember same sort of thing happened to me, chatting with that fella, and like I think it was in a gay bar, like it was probably like Kremlin or something, or like Maverick or something like that. It was Maverick, the one on Union Street there, and I was just out with friends and stuff, and it was just chatting away to a fella. He was having a laugh, and he turned around to me, and he like basically did the same sort of thing, like sort of shot a shot with me.
Yep.
I was like, okay, bro, I'm just here with friends.
Yep.
An ally, as they call it.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh my God, really? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's okay, brother, don't worry. It's fucking, we're having a drink, we're having a laugh here.
Yeah.
And all. I'm a sexy cunt. I'm hard to resist.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
And, he like,
You can't help it. You can't help
he
it.
goes, are you sure you're not a wee bit gay? And I was like, nah, bro, not that I know of anyway.
Not a high enough
pints.
Yeah, not a high enough percentage to go with you. Like, so.
And he basically he turned around and said to me, he goes, this is the funniest thing anyone's ever said to me. He was like, it's a shame. And I was like, why? And he was like, because you'd be riddled in cock. I was like, thanks.
That guy actually said to me, he's like, I'm not going to repeat the exact word. He goes, I want you to call me the F word while you fuck me. And I just goes, well, I'll technically say it behind your back anyway, but I mean, but what was so sad about that guy, he was so cool that he was like, I want people to say that shit. I think it's funny. And it was good. It was good crack. But like the same thing as well, I was getting good value out of the things he was saying to me, because I was like, you're insane for saying those words out loud. Like the things he was saying to me, I was like, this is not wise. And then my mate, as we were leaving, goes up to him afterwards. My mate wasn't involved in the conversation, Blair. He was like, oh, I'd see you after and all. He kept saying he looked like Remy Malek, and then he said, your boy got increasingly more horny the more he said it to him. But this is, oh man, it was just funny as fuck. Like, it was so fucking funny.
That's the whole thing, like he's like the whole thing about like the straight white man being the enemy. They're always the villain in every story, and then you're like, well, like you don't have to be straight to like be a creepy dude, like
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was creepy, but it definitely made me second guess how like people should go about.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like, but like it's the same thing. Like how many people did he do that to in one night?
Yeah,
I doubt like he just like switched.
No, well, I don't hold anything against him.
He's a
fucking is. Like,
he's a red-blooded male. Like he's on the pole. Like
man's got a hunt. Like I get it.
Like he's a fucking rainbow Johnny Bravo. Like he's
Rainbow Johnny Bravo.
That's the name of the episode. Maybe not.
But that's the thing as well. Even when I was doing the voice, like doing an impression of him as well, that can be a wee bit ropey. But he was like,
if you're doing an impression,
yeah, it wasn't like
vague, like fucking,
Yeah, it wasn't like any gay guy in the world, I'm not going to do that voice, which I probably do anyway. But it was like, I was out of like, he wanted me to slag him. He started saying to me, next time you're on stage, he wanted me to talk about him and all and call him the F word and all. I was like, brother, relax,
fucking
brother, or whoever, whatever thing you want to be identified as, chill out. It's fine. You know what I mean? But I got to the stage where I was just like, let's talk about something else, bro. Other than you being gay and wanting to raid, mate. Let's
you watch your football.
Yeah. What do you watch? Volleyball or something?
What sport are you into? Yeah, no, that's
interesting. It was an interesting thing, but it was mad because it was just we were just on the scoops, and then this thing just blindsided me altogether. I think it's fucking that ways. Like,
you got a fucking reality check. I wouldn't even say reality check. I would just say
it wasn't. It wasn't the most profound experience in the world, but it definitely.
Yeah, because like obviously you went through like 1% of what people would go through with that.
That's the first time I've ever had anyone ever be like completely like open with how they feel in terms of attraction towards me. You know what I mean? I was like, this is mental.
Like I've had it, like again, I'm not in any way, shape or form a sought after man, but I had it happen to me in Liverpool basically, where we were just having a laugh, vibing out, me and the boys, and like this girl came up and she was like, basically like, oh, where are you staying at? Like she just walked over and she was like talking to us as a group. I do what I do is I just stand in the back and make fun of whatever you're wearing, you know. So I'm like, them jeans are too loose in you, bitch. But basically she like walked up to me. Abby knows about this, so she came up and she was like, because I did a bit about it one time, and I might actually bring it back because for another show after Cheeky Wee Boot, because it was funny. But she basically came up and was like, chatting to me, and I was just having vibing out and just bopping about, paying no attention to whatever she was saying. I was just looking right, man. They were playing like fucking. It was cool. The nightclub, it was called EBGB's in Liverpool. Lovely wee bar. Don't know what the reputation of it is. It might be a shithole, but I had a good time in it. Yeah. And they were playing like Arctic Monkeys, like fucking Do I Want to Know and all. And I was like, mate, this is class, you know, like, but like loud, you know, like nightclub loud. Yeah. And she was like
Limelight 2 loud. Like.
Oh yeah.
100%. Was it Limelight 2, the one on the right that was just absolute like pig squealing? Like,
oh, 100%, yeah. But she turned around to me and she was like, oh, So where are you staying tonight?
Yeah.
She was Jamaican, and
Was it Jimmy Carter?
it was Stephen Gerrard that was with me.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Where are you staying tonight?" And I was like, "Oh, we're up. Me and the boys are up the road there." And she was like, "Oh, like, is this like you've got your own room sort of thing?" And I was like, I don't." I was
Yeah.
like, you know, and I was just getting weirded out. I was like, "Right, okay, what is this?" And she was like, basically trying to proceed with that sort of topic, and I
Yeah.
was like, no, it's all good. I have a girlfriend and all,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
It's
And,
all good. Relax yourself.
I was like, no, don't worry.
I can do it myself.
I'll book you, but I'll think about having a wank. But she was like, don't worry, I have a boyfriend at home. And I was like, what? I was like, oh my god, that is fucking disturbing. And then I thought about it, and like the only thought that came into my head, and she was being like real like clingy and like wouldn't go away until the point where I literally had to tell her to fuck off.
Yeah.
And I mean, within 40 seconds of me telling her to fuck off, she pulled my mate Adam, and not Adam Byrne. It was like one of my own mates, and like I was like, she fucking moved on quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was funny. Then I started thinking about it, and I was like, she was willing to cheat on her boyfriend and got turned down.
Yeah.
I was like, see if that happened to me.
You would have had to just bang someone else's mate though. After
Yeah.
that, like you would have had to have like.
I was like, imagine like if Abby went out to cheat on me and got turned down.
Are you fuming?
I was like, how do I feel about that? Like, am I worse than what? She fucking cheated on me, and I'm like, is my girlfriend not good enough for that cunt? You know what I mean? Come back and book my woman right now. She is gorgeous.
You fucking.
I was like, what the fuck?
You be bucking my woman or you're not getting your dinner.
Look, listen, you've upset your man.
But it made me think about. I would always be very, very standoffish in terms of that, like trying to approach like things like that. But my mate like will walk around the corner and a girl will walk around and he'll just go, and then she'll jump and be scared, and then like have that little laugh like
And then he's got her pregnant. For
and then
3 years
literally
now.
I turn around and talk to my army. 10 seconds later I turn around and they're just all in the head of each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you make that transition from guy who scared you in the dark to now this consensual kissing? You know what I mean? It's not ways. It's not. I don't understand it, man.
It's funny. I do that to like bouncers.
Oh God.
not consensual kissing, but like I'll be like in a nightclub and I'll see like a bouncer go to walk around the corner and I'll wait on him like a cat.
Yeah.
I
always-
the bouncer's like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like, worth it.
Fuck man, I got chucked out of a nightclub one time and it was the most polite thing ever. I was smoking a joint at the front of a nightclub in Yeri like fucking years and years ago. I bumped into a mate of mine I hadn't seen. I feel like I've told this story on here before, and I was just smoking away and the bouncer was sort of lingering around, so I sort of hid the joint in my hand, chatting away, and he just tapped me on the shoulder, goes, right mate, I goes, what? Why? He goes, mate, you're smoking a joint, and I just went, yeah, fair enough. And then literally like he walked me to the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally just still had it in my hand and goes, you know what, yeah, fair enough. And then he walked me to the gate and I was going, fuck, you are busy tonight, but he's like, yeah, it's not ways, man. I was like, it's weird. Open the gate for myself, close it, goes, have a good night, lads. He goes, same to yourself. I was like, why was that so polite?
without even like a conversation out about it, he just like takes the joint, smokes it, hands it back.
There was a bouncer in London. Me and my mate went one time. We got a bag of grass and there was one of the bouncers that was chatting away to him. I like to have a bit of discourse with the bouncers just to be like,
We're sound.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
all good, and whatever. There's been a
You
couple
can
times.
see we're not mental.
Yeah,
but
there's been a couple of times where I've snitched on people to bouncers. Well, I just see like boys acting dicks in toilets and all. I'm just like,
You're like, oh, what about your man in there?
but I just be like, not touting someone specifically. Just be like, here, there's fucking some shit on the toilet there. You might want to fucking have a look at it, just to be sound. Like,
give him like a vague wee nudge.
yeah, just to be like, our fella, you might get a wee buzz in the ear, fucking in 10 minutes, But so
You're
yeah,
like an informant.
yeah, I know.
Like brings you a McDonald's.
I'd rather for a cheeseburger, man.
You see the guy getting through out and you're just eating it. Like, well,
It wasn't me, it was me.
he's not loving it.
But yeah, so there was a bouncer in London and I was chatting away to him and I was like, yeah, just smoke a few zoots and all, try to get with the vernacular and shit, you know. And he was just like, yeah, cool. And I was like, I've actually got one in my pocket here, like, fucking, do you think anywhere I can smoke it, like away outside? He was like, just have it there, I'll say none. And I was like, sound. So I sparked it up and he was like, just stand away from me though.
Yeah.
Me and him just shared this joint and I would walk past him every like few tokes and just hand it to him and he would like do a wee lap of the smoking area, just like smoke it and then bring it back to me. And it would, like
Class.
we have each other on Snapchat now. He's a fucking MMA fighter and all. Swear to God.
Jesus
Swear to God.
There was a
Shout out Crook, man. Swear to God.
There was bouncers in our local. I'll not say the bar's name or anything, but
Yeah.
they used to love us. Anytime like an altercation happened, we were like fucking. I don't know if we were either touts or if. But again,
There's a fine line between tout and just being like.
if we were
This
like
ruined
part of,
everyone's night.
if we were part of the altercation,
Yeah.
they would take our side straight away. We knew them. Put it this way: the nightclub owner used to give us. Oh, it went off.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck. The nightclub owner. Please tell me it's still recording. It should still be. Turn on, you fucking gimp. Right. Okay, there we go. The nightclub owner used to give us fucking lifts home from the bar and all.
Right.
We'd be like, "Oh, you getting home, lads?" And we'd be like, "Oh, fucking," because he was like a friend of mine's, like a friend, like one of my close friends. It was like her daughter went to school with her, and he was like, "Oh, sure, you're fucking blah blah blah's mate."
Yeah.
And like it got to the stage where we would just be like, "How he's getting home?" We'd be like, "Oh, mate, we're waiting on a taxi, but they're not coming to 3 o'clock and all, so we're probably just going to Campbell about the town." They're like, "Oh, but there's cops and all." But don't be doing that. Hop in the whip bar, fucking RDA 6. You know, we were like fucking class. But the bouncers used to like, anytime anything happened, we would just be like, fucking.
Yeah, we looking at there.
And the bouncers were like fully like, if we were the ones started the fight, the bouncers would come grab them cunts and go, "You guys all right? He's all good." One time,
did you get a headbutt in? Did you?
and the thing is, like the guy was like the main bouncer. He was like good lad. He was like asking me to like join his jiu-jitsu club and all. I was like, maybe not. You're 7'9", you know.
Yeah, like trying to wrestle a door.
Hodor. But he basically, and like one night, we'll end on this anyway. But one night he basically, we got into a fight. Girl we were with, a friend of mine, she got flirted with by some like Polish guys. And, like, probably just vaguely Polish. They could be any Eastern European. But they were like not long in the country, sort of thing, just fresh out of the boat, you would say. You know, but they were like,
Haven't even seen Father's Head yet. Like.
They were like literally
Father TEDOV. Father TEDOV and fucking Mother Russia.
TEDOV. That's the name of the episode. I write that down before I forget it.
So shit, like.
Father Tedkovich. Father Ted off. That's funny as fuck. So these guys, they were on like a work do or something with like the local meadery. I don't know what the fuck it was. And the one of them was like flirting with a girl, and she was like, no. Same situation. She was like, "You're being a creep, fuck away off of me." And he like basically like pursed her, and she like literally like kicked him in the leg, and he grabbed her by the hair.
Shit.
And like one of my mates like intervened, tried to like stop it and was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" And he literally sucker punched my mate in the face.
Shit.
My mate, having the thickest neck in Northern Ireland,
Yeah.
literally was like, and like, I mean, these guys were like, you know, like you get those like there was like maybe like Eastern European guys that do like 2 years in the army, just all the
big
time.
bastards. Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh shit, we're fucked." You know?
Yeah.
But the bouncers came, fucked them guys out, and went out front, and we like ran out after them. And I was probably like 18, 19 at the time, so I was like, "Oh shit, you know, I don't want to fucking be fighting big fucking, you know, guys who would be like extras in a John Wick movie."
Ivan Ivanov here, like
Exactly. And I like whacked out, and the guys, my mate was like standing with the bouncer. And the bouncers was like, "You guys all right? No, was the girl all right? No." And we were like, "They were like, we've seen what happened. You know, it's no problem. You can head back up. He's one." And my mate turned around and goes, "No, we're gonna kick the fuck out of them. Where did you spot them?" And the bouncer was like, "Just don't be down at the door, mate. They're sitting right there at the bingo hall. You can get right there. There's no cameras outside that bingo hall there, lad." And he literally, they were like looking around, going, "Where the fuck are they?" Look here, I'm one of them scoring up to me, and I was like, "They're here, base."
It's like that movie thing, like, "Guys, I think we got a problem here."
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah. You're the same guy who suggests to split up.
Split up, gang. We'll search for clues.
Just look for tins of special brew.
But
pickled vegetables.
And the guys, they were like, my mate turned around and goes, "You know what? Come with me now." And the bouncers went, "Aye, mate, take him right there, fuck." And we were like, "Class." And the bouncers knew fine rightly, and we went round, and I was like, "Oh shit!" One of them, the guy who punched my mate, were like fighting 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And I was like, we were just watching it. We were like, "Okay, weird. This is just weird to be like standing around it, like it was like an underground MMA fight, you know, like something out of a fucking Guy Ritchie movie."
Yeah, them boys felt right at home too.
And like my mate was winning, and one of his mates wanted to jump in, so my mate then jumped in, and then he like threw him off and like tried to like break up the fight or whatever, and the other guy went to like sucker punch him, and it was like the first like dig I had through in like a few years or whatever, and I seen him like running towards him, and I went, ah shit, pure like autistic stimming, like I was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do, and he was like running up to him, and he was going to sucker punch him from behind after he was trying to break up the fight, and I ran up and I hit him a dig in the side of the face, and his head hit the van. There was a van parked beside it, and his head hit the van, and he just dropped to the ground.
Was it his mate Ivan?
Divan, and he dropped to the ground, and he was just lying there like out cold, and I was like, oh shit, and I just looked up and the van alarms were going off, and I was like, oh fuck, I've set the alarms off, I've probably killed the cunt, and then I looked over and my mates were both just jumping the fella, and I went, oh, he wasn't breaking that fight up. And then I went, I'll help. I walked over, started laying boots and all into the fella. The cunt got fucked up, and then the other guy got up after like a few minutes, and there was like a whole scrap happening. The guy was like in his 40s, bald, fucking tagged out, and he was just like throwing digs with me, and I was like dodging him and all, and like slapping him, like joking about. Yeah, I was like, why is that fucking what are you at now? And he basically, like, then one of his big mates came in. Like, I mean, this guy was fucking, like, I'd say he's about 6'7" at the least, you know, big cunt. And he was like, what is happening? You know, I was like, oh shit, you know, fucking, you know, what's the bad guy from Rocky 4? Fucking.
Oh, fuck. Ivan Drago.
Yeah, Ivan Drago came on. If he dies, he dies, you know. I was like, oh shit. And he came walking at me, and I slipped. Like backwards, because I was like, oh shit, the closer he got to me, the bigger he got, you know, and I slipped, fell on my back. So we're wearing new Air Max as well, as fuming, it was wet, and like slipped on my back. The guy tried to fall on top of me, and I was like bicycle kicking him off of me, and like my mate walked over and like slapped him from behind, whatever happened, and then there was like 3 against 3, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, whose side do I jump in, because he's handling it all right, they're handling it all right, and next thing you know, like one of them was like running towards us, and my other mate, you've met him, came running out and fucking speared him into the ground, and it was like, you know, when like because I was like wondering where he was.
They did entrance music.
It was like I was wondering where he was the whole night. I was like, what the fuck, where is he? And I was like, is he in there flirting with women and we're out here scrapping? And next thing you know, he came on, it was like, watch out. He came running, and he ran and he speared the cunt into the van again. Car alarm went off, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like cheering him on. I was like, yeah, mate, go on, fucking. Yeah. And it was a wild situation, because I was like, oh my god, what the fuck are we doing here? I was like, he's came running out like the Edge, you know. It's like the Undertaker's under attack, you know. It's like fucking Rashiki's got him, you know. And I was like, this is mental. And next, like, there was just a whole big scrap happening, guys. Like, and then this was what was funny. My ex at the time ran to the bouncers and was like, you need to stop this, they're kicking the cunt out of him. And they were like, oh, they're kicking the cunt out of your fellas and all, and they were like, no. And like, I was just laughing the whole time, because I was like, this is so stupid. I failed. Someone's had like a very comedical spear, you know. One of my mates kneed one of them in the chest, like a flying knee, and I was like, why are we doing this so like cartoonishly, you know?
Looney Tunes ass fight. Like,
it was like I punched him in his face. Big fucking big bump. He's seeing stars and birds and all.
You fall on your back and there's a wee light bulb appears above your head and all.
It's like,
go to run away, your feet spinning underneath you.
You know the Tom and Jerry scream, the
like falling into the rubbish bins and there's a cat and all.
But
standing the bike over eating a sandwich watching it. And
the bouncers ran over to the cops and went, here, there's a scrap over there, there's a load of foreign fellas beating the fuck out of a load of wee lads there. And the cops ran over to us and just went, and I was like shit myself. I went, we're scooped here, lad, you know. Them fellas were lying on the other side of the street up against like shutter doors and all fucked, like bleeding and all. And again, I did barely any damage to any of them. I punched one of them, you know, cleaned them out, but he like fucking, I'm not saying I was like part of the big fight. There was a few funny moments in it, you know. But they were like lying all fucked up against the shutter doors and all. And the cops went past us, gave us the thumbs up, ran clean over the lane, lifted them, put them into the back of the cars and all. And we were just standing there like, have we got away with this?
I got an pint of Guinness.
I know, literally, it was so funny. And then we just went home and then we talked about it for 6 months. So.
Yeah, but that's the event that happened then. Like, there was a scrapping a night out. One time we were, it was a Christmas Eve or Christmas night or something, you know. Yeah. Fucking the night of all fights, like not even a creature was stirring.
Boxing night.
Boxing. But so something happened, stupid drunk shit. Yeah. One of my mates was in a disagreement with someone else, and there was a whole big, fucking kerfuffle, like, and he reached over and slapped. My mate reached over and slapped this boy over the head of someone else, whatever, all this shit. Then we go, right, we'll go to this car park here and we'll settle it, right? We go to the car park, that was grand, and they were like literally both standing there about to fight, like hands up and all, and my mate takes out his phone and starts videoing, but the flash goes off, right? And they both just, I'd love to see a video, they're both standing there with the hands up here, fighting Paddy, and then they both just go, for fuck's sake, no videos, right? And then they both just go, I'm not fighting now, and walked on, and everyone was like, fuck me, Arm, why'd you out there, you dickhead, and all, I want to see a good scrap and all. And then they went back over to the bar we were at outside it, everyone was fucked out, like, and big crowd, they were still arguing and shit, and then cops pull up, right? But the cops pull up on the other side of the road, like fucking skirt. This fucking cop gets out, and this wee fella, I'm not joking, like waiting on his GCSE results this year, like he was tiny wee fella, as a cop, like, right? And he comes over to my mate, and he's like, my mate was giving mad abuse at this stage, like, so he looked like the the perpetrator, and he goes over to my mate and just goes, fucking told him to stop, whatever he said, and my mate looked at him and goes, look at the fucking state of you. Right? And everyone just laughed, and like everyone just turned against this one cop, and he was standing there and he was like, what are you gonna do? What, like, try to arrest me? Like, I'm not even joking, I actually want you to arrest me, right? And he's like, I'd love to see you try. And everyone was just laughing at me, like, stay this weekend. And he just stood there, realised he was baiting, just got into the car and drove on. It was so mad, because I was like, man had no authority over, and we were like 20 at that stage, like, you probably want to give him a good go. Anyone would have sparked. I'm not a fighter at all. I would have sparked him clean out. He was like, again, built like the side of a fiver, right? And I remember just like all the cops drove away, and everyone just in harmony. It was just like, fuck the caps, like, and everyone was just sound. Then that was it. It was just like
it was like that scene out of Ted, where like they're shouting at each other through the window, and they're like, "Shut the fuck up! No, you shut the fuck up!" And then a woman from like the below floors like, "Would you two fucking shut the fuck up?" And they both just turn on her, and they're like, "Shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck!" And she like goes back in, and they basically turn around to each other and go like, "Oh no, she was way worse than you, mate. No, we have a common enemy now. We're she's our fucking collective enemy."
Yeah,
but, it was weird. But
no, fucking fights on outside are just so stupid. Like, I'm never involved. Like, I actively try not to. Like, I got headbutted that time. I told the story a couple weeks ago. I was like, cool. I probably should have maybe done something afterwards. We were fucking around, had a couple of slaps. It was a wee joke and a laugh after that. Cool, but like, nothing on a night out is worth fighting over.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
And I mean, like, this guy literally pulled the girl's hair, and then
of course that
he threw a fucking sucker punch at my
mate. No, I don't get me wrong.
Like, you deserve to get jumped.
Yeah, of course, there's instances, but I just mean in terms of like when there's arguments and people squaring up each other. Yeah, it's never anything. It's never anything.
The one thing that haunts me is whenever
the ghost of my ancestors.
Might as well have been. This is the only time I've only had like 3 real moments in my life where I've had the fear after drinking. There was one time this guy who lives over there was starting arguing with me, and we were both blocked, and he was like, "I fucking kick your content, mate." And I was all, "One phone call, mate, that's all it takes. That's all it fucking takes. One phone call, you're gone like that."
Yeah, when you were talking about the cops.
I was like, I'm making it 999.
My mate was steaming one time, sorry to cut you off, right? Just remembering steaming one time, right? And he talked to the drink bad this night. No, just like one every 100 times he's drinking, he'll just turn into not himself, like, and he was trying to fight and all, and he went to like Sweet Chin Music, some wee boy coming out of work and all, it was mental, right? But like the other boy was the outside of the road, and he was like, fucking Sweet Chin Music, slapped his knee and all, right? I went to do it, but like one of the boys holding him back, and I'm not joking, he was the outside of the road, right? But if he was standing there, he would have hit him the cleanest Sweet Chin Music I've ever seen, and he was steaming. But we got a taxi up to after the house, and we were like, right, fuck me, come on into the house and all. But in the taxi, he realised he didn't like this taxi woman, right? Because they went back years ago where the taxi woman touted on him or something one time over something stupid park shit, And he was sitting in the back of the taxi, and he goes, "See," talking to the taxi woman, like threatening her and all, right? But she was a good sport about it, because we were just like, he's fucking steaming. And she was like, no, I'm well, and all this shit. And he goes, "See, 12 o'clock tomorrow, be no sign of you." And then he's like, "Yeah, I hope they don't have the papers printed for tomorrow." He'll be plastered all over them, all this stuff. And I was like, that's an insane thing to say to someone, but that's also hilarious.
It's funny as fuck. No, it's kind of like a sketch. I'm addicted by it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're back in the drink.
Worst by.
You're on the drugs, are you? Nah, by. Gammon.
Shout out to those boys as well.
Yeah,
Man. That's
shout
good
out.
crack.
If I can
Lemon.
if I can get Super Lemon on this podcast, at
Oh
some point,
man,
I
I think
completed it. You know?
I have a friend of a friend who kind of knows them, sort of thing. Like, so it might be a possibility. We'll give you a shout. Two of them are called Ryan. I know that for a start because I got confused into who the fuck. But my mate was staying.
They're the actual four brothers.
last thing on this, I showed my mate Gammon. We all had a good laugh, but it became our fucking like joke for like a couple months. And my mate was steaming one night and followed your boy on Instagram. He followed him back just like cool, and he goes fucking love the shit, like he was steaming and goes love the fucking videos and all. And he was like, oh, cheers, bro. And then he was steaming it like a couple weeks after and just sent him a video just being like, I'm addicted, boy. And then anybody just blocked him. Because he was having just so sick of people saying that to him, you know what I mean?
It's not all one. The fucking here's me.
That's grand. Spuds milk, right? Grand, no bad. 25p for a bag. Here's me. It gets more intense every time. I love it.
You never figure out. No, she wants a fucking takeaway.
Here's me. I love it.
Anyway, on that note, we'll finish up. Anyway, yeah. Listen, folks, thank you very much for listening to this. Again, the tickets will probably be out by the time this comes out. So the 7th of June in the Oh Yeah Centre in Cathedral Quarter, we will be doing a roast battle. Some great comedians down at it, and it'll be absolutely hilarious. So Soupy will be on at it, and a few regulars. You know what I mean? Some fucking hilarious people, and we'll have a laugh at it. I think Tommy McCarthy's going to be on it. Things like that. So yeah, thank you very much for listening. Tune in every week, whatever day I put it out on. I don't really have a fucking date for it. Keep following the clips on TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube, and tell your dad to stop texting me. Thank you very much.
Here's me. What? That's all I have. That's all I care about.
Press a hectic button.